Musselman Podcast. I'm Isabella.
And I'm Skylar. In this podcast, we're looking into sports, clubs, and doing a weekly catch-up with Mr. Brown.
Welcome to the Musselman Podcast here. This week we got Sawyer Wright on. He's a swimmer for our boys swim team. They recently had a meet. I heard you guys did well. Heard you guys had a record broken.
Yes,
right?
we did.
By a freshman girl. So strong start to the season. So Sawyer, can you just kind of get into the expectations that the swim team has for the season?
I think that we will do really good in our relays. Everyone's gotten faster during the off-season practicing. I think Daniel Sandlin this season can definitely get sub-minute in the 100 fly.
Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, Daniel, of course, I know Daniel. Good soccer player, potential starter next year for the varsity team. Pop out to their games next season. So you think your relays are going to be pretty good this year?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess what are your expectations for yourself this season?
I want to consistently swim like a 52 in my 100 free.
Okay.
And in my 200 free, probably hit consistent sub twos, like a 158-ish or something.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, I know you went to states last year, right? So
Yes.
I'm sure you guys are going to be hoping to recreate that a little bit again this season. Don't do what I did in my track season. Went to states sophomore year, junior year, didn't go to states again. So, just make sure you keep all the momentum you built off of last season. So, just a little bit. We could take a little bit more of a personal approach here. What got you into swimming?
My mom. Well, first my sister did it for a year, and then I wanted to try it after watching her swim for a season.
Okay.
And so my mom just put me in it, and then I just started to swim.
Yeah. How old were you when you started?
8.
8 years old. Wow. Swimming, it's one of the toughest sports to do. I mean, you got to have good stamina and you got to be quick. It's not easy. So being good at it is probably really, really hard. And to go to states and be one of what is it, top 16? Go to states.
It's like 3 from each county for each event. So
Okay.
I think.
Wow. Yeah. No. Like I said, it's tough. It's tough, but this guy here, he did it last season, so hopefully he can do it again. And you guys can go to states as a team, right?
Yeah, we can have.
Yeah, so hopefully they can go as a team, and make the Musselman faithful proud. So, all right. Anyways, thank you, Sawyer, for coming out and doing this interview with us. We really appreciate it. Like I said, pop out to their swim meets. They need the support. Also, make sure you pop out to boys soccer next year. That was our other shout out for today. So, thank you so much. This is the Musselman Podcast.
Welcome back to Family Feud. We have Mr. Brown and Troy filling in for Connor.
Yeah, hey, listen, we couldn't find Connor anywhere, so I was just walking around the school. Here's Troy. I've known Troy forever. Just give it up for Troy Willison. Yeah, there you go. I don't know, Connor. If he's good, you might be my new partner in this game.
And then we have the Reynolds.
So, all right, so another Family Feud going. Let's get going on this one. Brought to you today by... Right there's your sponsors, Ox Industry. If you got paper and you need paperboard, take it down to Ox down in Halltown, and they'll get you some paperboard up. Okay, that's our sponsor for today.
Okay, we have Mr. Brown and Ms. Reynolds.
Okay, let's go. Good luck. Hey, Ms. Reynolds, you're supposed to handshake.
Oh.
All right, let's go. Don't
Okay.
cheat.
So the first question, name a popular vacation destination. Okay. Name a type of pet people commonly have. Really fast. Okay. Name something people lose often. Name a popular type of pie.
Who?
Type of pie.
Who?
Okay. Name a famous cartoon character.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so for name a popular vacation destination, you said Hawaii, which is the number one answer. And then,
But it's so far to swim.
well, you didn't get anything for Disney.
So.
Wait a second. You got 0 point for Disney. You got the Marvels, you got Star Wars, there's nobody at Disney.
No,
So all these people are Hawaii.
There's like
And
Florida,
there's-
but-
if we go to Disney right
Hawaii.
now, there's nobody there.
That's like the.
There's Hawaii, Paris, Florida, New York, and Italy.
Just
We can give it to you for free.
No, don't give me nothing, you space right now. How much?
Okay,
give me?
40 points
All
for
right, we're
Hawaii.
goodbye.
He's going to Paris.
I can drive to Disney, 941 miles, and the first time we went, Connor Brown screamed the first 2 hours of the trip, and I was like, I told Jennifer we were driving, I was like, next rest stop, we're gonna let him out, put a note on him, and somebody will get him. What the heck?
Okay.
How many times have you been to Hawaii? I've been to Disney twice.
I've been to Disney 4 times.
Damn! You kidding
But
me?
3 were in Japan.
All right,
No, 'cause
let's
you said
go.
Okay,
What's-
name a type of pet people commonly have. Number one was dog. So you guys
Yes.
both get 50 points.
10 points, we got it. That we're only
Okay.
about 4.
Name something people lose often. You guys both said keys, which is number one, and that's 50 again.
Well, I'm doing well. The only thing is she's doing well too.
They only need.
Doing well.
She's doing well.
Okay, name a popular type of pie. You said apple, you said pumpkin. Apple's number
There you go,
one.
yeah.
Yeah!
43.
140 points.
43.
43.
And then pumpkin's number two with 20.
Okay. All right. Come on.
And then the last question, name a famous cartoon character. You said Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
You said Donald Duck. Donald Duck has 0. Mickey Mouse has 43.
Yeah! Let's
Yeah!
go!
All right, that's 6, 10, 180.
I need 20 points.
No one said I had to do math.
no. Is it 146?
All right, Troy. Yeah.
Let's go. Mommy loves Steve.
Do you want to say these questions?
We need a race.
You want me to? Okay.
As long as you
Just 180. Just
Yeah, it's just the last, the
We got
total.
186.
86, all right.
Who's watching your class?
Mets.
Okay.
Okay. Name something people are often afraid of.
Come on, Troy.
That's not how you spell it. That's not how you spell it.
They're fighting, Troy.
Okay. Name a popular sport.
Come on, Troy.
Name something people do to relax.
Okay, come on, buddy.
Name a fast food chain.
It's gonna be close.
Put this. MC.
I don't even look.
Name a car brand. And that's the last question.
Really?
All right. Okay, we feel good here on this side. All right.
So the first question, name something people are often afraid of.
So he said ghost. He said dark.
Ghost had 0. Dark had 22.
All right, 22.
What's number one height?
There was spiders and height.
I knew it.
How
Spiders
that,
are-
now, how is
spiders
ghost
first.
not like?
Because they're not real.
You ever watch Ghost Adventures?
Or Ghostbusters.
They have 9 seasons.
All right, I teach
before you
psychology. We'll talk about this in
Ghostbusters.
the second period, buddy.
All right.
Okay,
Who we got?
name a popular sport. Football was number 3, basketball was number 2.
But number 1 was soccer.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
basketball was 44, and then football was 30.
Well, I was talking about soccer.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Name something people do to relax.
Okay.
You guys both said sleep, and she's
Yeah.
okay, and both got 10.
10. What's number 1?
Read a book, and then it was read a book, listen to music, watch TV, sleep, take a bath.
That's breakfast.
Okay.
Name a fast food chain. Both said, well, yeah, both said McDonald's. That was number 1 with 50 points.
Okay, now we got 2 at the end. This might be the difference.
It
I don't know,
is
Troy.
because you chose Mercedes.
Hey, it's a
Mommy
lot.
loves
You put the Benz It's 2.
Hey, you never know. You
Okay.
never know. This is worldwide.
Name a car brand. Use a Mercedes-Benz. Use a Ford. Ford had 43.
We both have
Mercedes-Benz
Fords.
had 15.
All right, we both have Fords. What was number 1?
Number 1 was Toyota.
Toyota's number 1.
Hey, it's the
Chevy.
Yeah, I would have said Chevy.
I was gonna put Chevy, but then I thought
Chevy isn't
No,
even
I'm
on
glad
there.
you did, man.
Chevy's not on there.
No, it's Toyota, Ford, Honda, BMW,
Toyota lasts
Mercedes-Benz.
longer though.
They do. I have a Toyota.
That's
All right, so what? You gotta add that up. You gotta do your math. Who's your math teacher this year? Make your math teacher proud.
125.
Carry the one.
You're college math, right?
169.
Okay. 169, 186. How much is that?
A lot more than
A lot more than ours. But that's okay. I have Troy next period, so we'll just see how his AP
There's
psych
3.
Oh, AP Psych.
grade dips a little bit.
So, hey, there you go. Congratulations on being the second winner. Congratulations to you guys. Hey, back to you at the studios next week. Who we got on next week? Enjoy turkey. We're going to be eating turkey and celebrating Thanksgiving. And then the week after, who knows who we'll face. Back to you at the studios.
Hi, I'm Gabriella Cohen. I'm here with Allison and Miss Brennan, part of the theater department. So you guys are now having a show coming up that you guys are performing. What is the show exactly?
So we have 2. We have Don't Open Till Christmas and Hillbilly Christmas Carol. So they're about 2 kind of short one-acts, no longer than about 25 minutes each. They're going to be really fun. I'm excited. It'll be the first time that the kids have had the opportunity to put on a Christmas play for a few years, so I'm excited to start bringing back that stability, if you will.
And when you say the kids, is it like open to all grades or certain grades?
All grades, you do not have to be a thespian. You can play in sports. You can be an art kid. You can be a science kid. You can be a history kid. The more the merrier. The arts is for all. It's not just for the thespians.
Was there already like auditions?
Yes. We've already had auditions. We, Allison, how many weeks until the show?
Oh, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks until our show. Yeah.
Wow. Have you guys already started getting props and stuff ready for?
Oh, yes. The whole prop dash was definitely something that was new to me. I came in as a performer and as an actor, so I never really got to do the prop side of things. So it's been kind of a learning experience, but something that I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to do with the students. So we've got the broken down couch that we kept in the back. We've entirely redone that, reupholstered it, made it new looking. Allison, you can attest. Is it comfier than it was? It's a couch. Okay, it's a couch. Yeah.
When is your performance?
December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 7/7/3. So the first will be at the 7 p.m., the second will be the 7 p.m., and the second's also our understudy show, so we also get to showcase the talents of the people who may not have gotten the understudies get to perform. And then the third, which is the Sunday, will be at 3 p.m.
And this is all at Musselman High School?
Yes. All in our lovely auditorium. Most likely everyone will enter by the doors and by the library and that nice beautiful hallway that all the kids normally come in. And we'll have pre-sale on tickets this year, which is really exciting. This is something new that we've done. Yeah, I don't even think I've gotten a chance to tell the students about this. So we've created an Eventbrite is what it's called, but we'll have online ticket sales to kind of boost our revenue, to get it out into the community, out into the public. So that's something we're really excited to utilize this year.
When are the online ticket sales, like events, coming out?
So actually I made the email account last night, so hopefully they should be up by the end of this week. Yeah. And then tickets will be $5 for students, $10 for general admission. And then I do believe we have some free additions that Allison was telling me about.
Yes. So if you are a Gold Renaissance Club member, you get Gold or Platinum, I guess. You get free admission as well as being a thespian.
Bring everybody out. Oh, the whole fan bam. The whole fan bam's welcome.
I don't know what else to say.
Ask them what goes into getting ready for like actually acting.
How do I word that into a decent question?
Word it however you want, whatever the most comfortable. What goes into getting prepared to
Okay.
perform this?
What do you guys do, like, to prepare for the show?
Allison, I'll let you take this one since you are quite literally in our show.
So as a performer, I play as for the Hillbilly Christmas Carol, which is pretty much like just a caricature of all Southern appeals and a play on the whole like Scrooge, like Christmas Carol. So my character is the Scrooge, but like a hillbilly Scrooge. And so really what takes that is to really get in the mindset of a character that I've not done before, and like learning how to change my like demeanor and all that to match that character, and as well as just really learning lines, which it really comes with all acting, to learn lines, learn blocking, which is the movement of the stage, and and like mostly memorize lines. So we just had our off-book date, which means you're not allowed to use your script anymore, and so it's been hard work.
Oh, but such rewarding work. The kids you guys have put in so much hard work into this. I'm both, what are the words that I'm looking for? So fortunate to have such an amazing and talented group of students that not only have a passion for it, but want to continue that passion and spread that passion to the school. So that's something that I've really enjoyed, watching them all kind of come into their own confidence with it, because it's 2 plays, and we do have several students that are in both of the plays, so that is times 2 lines that they have to learn. And just watching them become more confident with themselves and get into their lines more and start like actually bringing it to life instead of just words on a paper. So like last evening, they really just went a full like 360 and completely just dominated the stage. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm excited for this. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Now, this play sounds actually really like fun to watch. Is this a play that you guys created yourselves, or was this like an already made play?
No, these were 2 lovely plays that I just went and found on my bookshelf that happened to be Christmas themed, and I wanted something a little bit low budget this year because it's the first year that we're getting back into it, so I wanted to save the money where I could. It worked because we were able to incorporate a lot more students into the roles versus only having a show with 4 or 5 different cast people. So I think we have 14 different casted for this go around, which is far more than we probably would have gotten with a standard Christmas play.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Allison.
Hey, welcome to the Hills from West Virginia. I'm Eric Ashby Brown, along with
Stephen Morbius Askin III.
the third. You got that right.
So, last week was it was high school football playoffs.
Some surprises, some not surprises.
Hey, there was one surprise that I called right on this very show.
What was
right
it?
on this show? The Parkersburg Big Reds against the Hurricane name redacted.
All right, you got that one.
They crushed Hurricane.
Okay, yeah.
They're my dark horse. My other dark horse, George Washington, didn't even beat Bridgeport, so
No, they didn't. I picked Bridgeport on that one. Stats, what we got on last week's?
Steven went 6-7 with.
That sounds like the Varsity Commanders.
That is exactly like the boy. They screwed me last week.
What did I get?
You went 7-6.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No. If I picked against my team, I would have won.
Let's get this show started. What we got on the docket today?
So we got the first game. Metro News has called this the game of the week. I'm a little bit shocked because I think maybe Parkersburg Princeton, but it's not. The game of the week is the number 8 Bridgeport Indians going to the number 1 Cavalry.
Listen, the people are talking about this, and even I want to give a shout out to our own coach Brian Thomas. just this morning, he's telling me he thinks this is the game of the week. He thinks that this is going to be an upset. But until Cabell Midland shows me anything else, I'm going with Cabell Midland Knights.
Yeah, I'm going with Cabell Midland.
Sorry, Coach Brian Thomas.
I mean, maybe Bridgeport. I don't really watch any Bridgeport. I know they really weren't as great. They still play a weak schedule, in my opinion.
Who you got?
I'm taking Cabell Midland.
All right.
Last week, I don't know how. Like, obviously, it was just an off game for the Applemen. I think in terms of they couldn't tackle.
That's a long way to go.
Robert Shockey, he's shifty. I don't see anybody on Bridgeport tackling.
I think both of their running backs are going Division I. Is that right, Stats?
I think so. That's what
like that. Parkersburg, or not Parkersburg. He was on Parkersburg South last year, but Cabell Midland, they're easily the best team in the state, in my opinion.
As of today.
All
right.
I
might be saying something different.
Bridgeport needed a block PhD.
Yeah. To barely hurt me for this week.
What's our next game?
Next game, of course, is going to be down on the other end of the state, right near Kentucky. Huntington Highlanders hosting the EPAC's Spring Wars.
It's been a great season for Spring Mills.
Yeah,
I think they've done a wonderful job. They're going against the defending champions. That's a long, long drive to have to play. I don't know when they'll be leaving if they're leaving.
Games on Saturday.
Oh, games on Saturday. That does help them, but still, you're the champs for a reason. I'm going with the Highlanders in this one.
Huntington's kind of just quietly steamrolled everybody this season. I don't think that changes.
Coach Billy Seals is a funny follow on Twitter if you haven't followed him. So an article came out last week about all the transfers this year for fall sports.
Right.
And it was Mountaineer Spotlight, I think, was the publication that put it out. I tried to get in touch with those people to have them on the podcast to go through that. I haven't heard back yet. But Coach Seals is consistently saying that Huntington is not one of those teams that's gotten a ton of transfers and is still unloading on people.
And beating some very, very good Ohio and Kentucky teams right across the border.
Shout out Coach Seals. He's one of my guys.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Shout
Huntington,
out.
I would love to know. Okay, because they beat Cabell. Or no, Cabell beat them. I would love to know what happened in that game, because I think that's probably going to be what we're going to see in Wheeling in a couple weeks.
Yeah, depending on how the matchups go.
So I'm going to take Huntington to beat Spring Mills here. Great season for Spring Mills. They're going to. I think they're at 2 losses right now. It's kind of been not Cinderella, but no one really expected them to be this good. Maybe besides themselves. So kudos to them. They had a great season, but I think it ends this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next game. I didn't go to any games this week, but this week, as long as it doesn't rain, I might go to this game. It's in Martinsburg. It's not in Jefferson, so I think it's not going to rain. It's the Jefferson Cougars.
This is a rematch. I think this was a 55 to 14.
But it was close at halftime.
All right, so
I thought at halftime it was like
the Dogs.
We were close with
I guess, but I mean,
42-0. So
at the end, Martinsburg, Jefferson.
Dogs.
They have a lot of speed, but that speed. I mean, last week I thought we were going to see a shootout. Didn't really get it.
Right. Good win for them to move on, but I think the season ends this week.
I think it ends this week
at Coburn Field.
This is my game of the week coming.
All right.
Absolutely, and I'm picking Martinsburg. This is my game of the week. My dark horse team, my team that I picked to upset the Hurricane Name Redacted last week, and they did it. They took it to us. In a game that I thought we were going to have close and it was going to be competitive, they came out ready to go, ready to play in back-to-back weeks. Parkersburg Big Reds, they're 7-4, the 13th seed. They're going to Princeton. And Princeton last week we played an Oak Hill team that they just kind of
I got some information on Princeton. I heard that they had a couple kids that were out earlier, or Parkersburg. They're out in the season and came back. And so, and of course, one of them was the quarterback with that. So, hey, there's an old saying. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm not going against the Big Red this week. I'm picking the Big Red.
Have we? Wow.
Yeah.
4-0 for the first 4 picks. We're 4 for 4 on being on those picks.
I tell you what, that Parkersburg team, after the Musselman game, I sat and watched those guys break down their last huddle of the night. They're riding high.
They're
hitting in all gears when they need to be hitting right here at the beginning of November.
Well, I'll tell you what, they opened my eyes. I think they're a much better team than what their seed says and what their record says. And I think they're going to show it this week. And I think listen, I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to say this game is going to be a blowout. Parkersburg is going to go out there and beat Princeton by 20.
I think you're going to see that.
I think this is hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be picking Parkersburg.
We'll see. We shall see.
We hope. I want to talk about them again.
We're going double A.
We're going to go double A. We're going to go the I guess. We're not going with the game of the week for that Metro News has. We're going to go with Weir and Scott. That's going to be on a Saturday. That's a 5v4. Both teams are 10-1. Both very good teams.
Weir beat Frankfurt last week, right?
Yeah.
And Scott defeated who? Now we're gonna educate ourselves.
We're going to educate ourselves.
That's all my students.
Scott beat Nitro 27-0 last week.
Yeah.
We beat Frankfurt 23-21.
I'm going Scott on this one. I have a feeling about that. Weir's got to take a little bit of travel. Weir's way up there on the northern panhandle. Is that a Saturday game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm still going with Scott. What are they? Scott? I want to say Seahawks?
Skyhawks.
Skyhawks. I know there's some kind of hawk in there.
Well, we're gonna have to break the streak.
You're picking Weir?
4 for 4, but now we're gonna go 4 for 5. I'm picking Weir to win this game.
Okay.
All
right. And then remember, I finished 7-6, and you were 6-7. There's a reason for that.
Sometimes you have to take chances.
Okay, you're right.
In the hills of West Virginia.
All right, let's go.
Metro News game, Class A game of the week is the Wahama. I don't know what their name is. Versus Greenbrier West.
Oh wait,
11.
Are we going? Oh, so we're out of double A. We're going to
single A.
We picked that one.
That's the game of the week. It says
you could have picked like Tucker County or East Hardy, something in the Eastern Panhandle, and you go with Wahama.
Well, it says it's the game of the week, and both
So,
teams.
hey, we ain't going by what they. We're going by what we say here on the hills of West Virginia.
They're undefeated. Both teams are undefeated.
Okay.
I know nothing
all right.
I know nothing about.
So let's pick the game we don't know anything about, and we don't know where they are. Where in the world is Wahama?
Stats. Do you know where Wahama's at? Stats recommended.
Hey, you had West Virginia history prior to any of us.
Mason County.
All right, Mason
County.
That's way down south, isn't it?
Look, stats.
Because you have like
a person
Mercer, McDowell, Mason.
So I take no.
Okay, I'm going with Greenbrier West.
I'm going to go with Greenbrier West too, just because I know nothing about this.
Wahama's home to the White Falcons.
White Falcons.
Okay.
You know what? It is the Hills of West Virginia podcast. I think there's one game that I see on here that I do want to actually pick. We're going to go back to Double A. It's Fairmont Senior and Philip Barber.
Philip Barber, I think,
like
kind of had that little bit of an upset last week in a game.
I think the first playoff game they've won in a long time.
Okay.
They were having a heck of a season. I found a tweet that said they were in the volleyball semi, like they won runner-up. Wow. I think the first time they've ever beat Preston in football. Which is wild because Preston's been terrible for a while. Sucks. But when I covered Philip Barber, like teams just ran through this.
Was it the Stallions or was Philip Barber?
They're Colts.
Colts. I knew. I know about Hawks and Colts.
Their soccer teams are doing well. So like they're just having a nice.
They're having an awesome season, but unfortunately, it stops tonight with the Polar Bears. Yeah. The Polar Bears are going to win now.
I'm taking the Polar Bears.
All right.
Philip Barber, though, 9-2, great season for them, but I'm going to take Philip Barber. So, and then looking at it, I think there is one more game we want to go with. I think I'm going to go with Tucker County and Tug Valley for
Man, we used to play Tucker every year. That was a tough place to play. That's shout outs to Jed Drenning. He was the quarterback.
The old coach there, Billy Haddix.
He
coached at East Fairmont when I was up there covering them.
Sean Haddix played on that, I think at 80-17. They were really, really good. I am so happy to see Tucker County back in it. I know they had a couple slim years there for a little while. I'm going with the Mountain Lions in this game. Tucker County, I hope they make it all the way to Wheeling. That is the team I'm rooting for right now in Single A. Besides East Hardy, I don't know, but East Hardy's got whale of a game there.
Well, yeah, they've got.
Who you got? You got Tug Valley.
I'm not going to go with old Tug. I'm going to go with Tucker County.
Tucker County.
11-0. I don't know. I just don't like picking against undefeated teams.
Okay.
So I don't see an upset.
All right, there you go.
And East Hardy, they play Williamstown. I don't know. That's
Williamstown is. Are they undefeated?
Yeah, they're undefeated.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not going to go with
potential
We'll add in another pick here because that's what we do on the Hills of West Virginia podcast. We give the people what they want, but we also do what we want.
Tell us what you want.
We want to do this.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe. Like thousands of viewers on Spotify. Hundreds.
I don't know if he said 100.
We're going to go with
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
We're changing it up.
Yeah, we do what
we got a live audience out there too, everybody. Y'all can clap anytime.
Fastest growing podcast in America.
Or don't. You don't have to clap.
East Hardy and Williamstown. I'm going to go with Williamstown.
I am too.
Yeah, like I said, we're agreeing a lot this week, but we're not really at that point to where I think you really get those competitive matchups because it's still a lot of 1v8s, 2v7s.
All right.
So here we go. Now we're rolling to NCAA football. College, I'll tell you what.
It's on every night. I'm watching MAC games.
Well, I love this time of the year because
Thursday night is NFL. Tomorrow it'll be football.
Is my favorite week of college football because I know next week's rivalry week and you got the game, but this is the trap week where a team like Michigan playing Maryland, they're not going to lose. They're not going to lose. But these games always tend to kind of be a little bit closer than you think. And they give
Michigan
these
is dealing
teams
with
a scare.
adversity.
And
Michigan doesn't have their head coach there. I'm going with the Wolverines.
I'm going to go with the Wolverines too, but I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than people think. So we're going to get into a couple more games for college here. Here's one game that I think Pac-12. I mean, we've talked about it on this podcast all year. Quality matchup after quality matchup every single week. All of those teams are good. I still don't understand why Washington's not in it. We'll get to Washington in a little bit, but I still don't understand how they're not in the playoff. But Utah and Arizona, the Utes, very good team. But Arizona, of course, I mean they've also came out of it.
They have, but I think Utah Utes wins this one.
I'm going to go with Arizona.
Okay, all right. You pick Arizona because it's in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Utah Utes because they're
we gotta separate a little bit here. You know, we can't just agree on everything.
All right.
This isn't a fun podcast. Now, next game we're going to go with is Kansas State and Kansas. Shifting away from the pack.
You know, the Kansas team, you don't know what you're going to get. Are they going to tear down the goalpost and throw them in the river, or are they going to end up, losing a game they should win? This one, I think they're bouncing back. Then I'm picking Kansas Jayhawks over Kansas.
Kansas don't understand this team. They beat the Sooners, and then who was it they lost to? It was
Stats. They lost to last week.
It was UCF.
Texas Tech.
I knew it wasn't
earlier in the year, Oklahoma State and also Texas.
Oklahoma State's
that's not a bad loss at all.
But you beat Oklahoma, you're taking the goalposts, you throw them in the river, and then the next week you don't have any goalposts, and you get beat by Texas Tech.
When it comes to Kansas, you might as well flip a coin. You might as well flip a coin. I'm going to go with Kansas State.
You're going with Kansas State.
I'm going with Kansas
You're adding the state to it? I thought you said Kansas.
It's Kansas versus
Kansas. And then
Kansas
you added the state.
I'm going to go with Kansas State University to win this game. They'll get to 8-3.
Is Jalen Daniels still out for Kansas?
Who?
Jalen Daniels.
Stats. That's why we got you.
Yeah, you're our stats.
We show up.
We do no homework on this. You're our guy.
This is just for pride.
So next game we got now again, like I said, we would talk about them. It's Washington. How are they not in the college football play?
Well, listen, you're going to see. I mean, Michigan and Ohio State have to play. Georgia's going to have to play in the SEC championship.
Oh God, I really hope that Alabama doesn't win out.
And Florida State, I don't know who they would have in the championship. Florida State looks like they have the easiest ride right now.
Well, Florida State, to me, in terms of quality wins, the ACC has not been great.
Again, but they can't help that when you got to play your conference.
You got to play.
They don't have a choice. They have to play their conference. They can't help it. That.
But to me, Washington's had such a strong conference. They've won all of these games. They remind me a lot of that 2019 LSU team.
Well, I'm telling you what. You want to be in, prove it. You're going to probably play the Oregon Ducks. That right now, arguably the Oregon Ducks are the best team playing right now in college football. You beat them in the Pac championship. Well, then let's see what happens.
I need them to beat them.
Let the dust settle.
Washington
and the Huskies might be
they're my darlings this year. I want them.
I like that team. I like
to get into the playoffs.
I think it would be good for a Pac to get into the playoffs with the Pac This being the
dissolving.
last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
What you got? What's next?
So the next game we got is, of course, we can never ever not do this. It's the WVU Mountain.
W. Picking them.
They got Cincinnati this week.
Hey, listen. W is going to win this game. My son and his fiancee, she is from the University of Cincinnati, graduated from the University of Cincinnati. Give her a shout out, Holland. But they are Cincinnati Bearcats are going down. W's winning this game.
Listen, WVU, I hate you so much. You cost me last week. I really didn't want to pick you, but I said I'd give the viewers what they want.
Hey, it was
And
good
I
5
picked them.
minutes.
And they
5 minutes?
went down the
Awesome.
first drive, and I was like, okay, maybe
Got
they
it.
can keep it. I posted. I said, look,
Then Oklahoma came down.
like they're gonna crap the bed, but maybe. I wanted them to win because I just like chaos in the Big 12. I would have loved to see that.
I want to see chaos in just all of college.
And yeah, I'm a chaos agent, and then they went out there and got blown out.
Who you got? Who you picking?
I'm picking. I really want to pick Cincinnati.
But you're not.
But I'm not going to pick Cincinnati. You're not going to get punished this week, WVU, by not having my pick. I know that cares so much. I know all of your players watch this podcast.
Desmond Ritter is going. You got to get going. Cool.
Yeah. So
this one. Hey, when the producer does that, that means you.
Yeah.
you're
Well, I
long-winded.
know. We're good. We got this. So now we're going to go. Well, I don't even need the NFL schedule. We already know. Big game this week. So we're going to pick 5 NFL games this week.
Let's go.
Ravens, Bengals. Huge game in Cincinnati.
I don't know how Joe Burrow is. I want to pick Cincinnati in this game.
Burrow seems like he's been all right the last couple games, but Chase is banged up. Mixon hasn't been running well all year. Then you have the Ravens who
T. Higgins
still can't find a receiver.
And still can't hold a lead.
Yeah, I don't have the. Hey, listen, Chris Barrick and I have had this discussion back and forth at lunchtime. If he doesn't even believe in the Ravens and he's a Ravens fan, how can I? I'm going with Bengals.
I'm going with the Ravens to win this game.
Okay, you didn't listen to Chris Barrick. Chris Barrick, he didn't listen to
They're 7-3. They're going to get to 8-3 this week in Cincinnati. Again, they're going to go back, sound the alarms again.
Next game.
So next game we got, of course, we got our teams. As you know, we're going to start off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big game. This is a huge game. Deshaun Watson is out.
He's out.
Steelers,
Pittsburgh Steelers winning this one.
I'm going to go with the Steelers too. I think they actually do win. This division or this defense that the Steelers have is very tough. They're very physical.
They did enough to win.
It's going to be 17-14. Kenny Pickett's going to have a late game-winning drive. He's the worst quarterback in the league through the first 3.5 quarters. But when it comes to that last drive, Kenny Pickett is prime Tom Brady.
Joe Montana.
He's going to go
Joe
out there.
Montoya. I don't know which one.
I'm picking the Steelers.
All right, what's the next one? See, this is how you keep it going.
Washington.
Who do the Commanders have?
They should not lose this game. If they lose this game, I'm not going to show up.
Who is the starting quarterback for the Giants this week?
It is Tommy DeVito still.
DeVito?
He still lives at home with his mom and dad, he said.
Yeah.
He said it's fair.
Is he related to Danny?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
All right.
Hopefully
I like him in
the last
in a
Tommy
taxi.
DeVito got shot, okay? We've all seen Goodfellas, okay? And I think we're going to see a recreation of this.
Danny DeVito was in Goodfellas.
No, Tommy. Because that was the name of Joe Pesci's character.
When was the last time you watched Goodfellas?
Where are we going?
His name, I don't know.
I was talking about Taxi. Danny DeVito.
Not
don't
Danny,
forget, listen, the Commanders are going to win this
But
game.
yeah, the last time there was a Tommy DeVito in New York, he got absolutely murdered. This is not in New York.
Hey, it's PG show, man. We're not getting all the blood and stuff.
I'm picking the Washington Commanders.
There you go.
It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna probably
Hey,
be 17-10.
There's
but
one
I'm
game
picking-
that I can't believe you left off of the docket, and it's about an hour right down the road. Pat McAfee will be there. Pat, if you've seen this show, hit subscribe. Would we have a chance to have Pat on as a guest? So Pat, I mean, if you want to, game day's going to be there. James Madison Dukes against App State. This is a big, big game. Everything's there at James Madison. I'm picking the Dukes.
I'm picking the Dukes
over App State, but I'm telling you what, that's going to be a game. That is going to be double overtime game.
Yeah.
So is that it all?
Well, we got one game that I really, really want to.
All right, one more.
Monday Night Football in Arrowhead. We got Super Bowl rematch. You know we had to talk about this game. You can't skip this game.
I got a
Chiefs,
question.
Eagles.
I got a question. Is Taylor Swift going to be there at the game?
Oh, 1,000%.
Can she be on the podcast, Stats?
If she wants to.
We'll
If
have
she wants to,
her
Taylor
and-
Swift.
But she
Yeah,
has to
her
bring Travis.
She has to get Travis.
And
And Travis has to get Jason. Okay? That has to.
Oh, no, wait. We don't want them taking over our podcast.
Well, no, we just. Well,
Guest speakers. That's it. They're only on there. All right, so we'll get Jason,
Travis, and Taylor.
Is that the word that we want them?
We can do
Okay.
that. We might have some Swifties get mad at us, but that's okay.
That's
perfectly
it's football.
fine.
It's a football show.
Travis Kelce versus Jason Kelce, Mahomes versus Hurts, Super Bowl rematch.
Dude,
so much
listen,
going into this
It
game.
is so hard to win at Arrowhead.
Very.
In November.
And Andy Reid off of a bye, he doesn't lose. He doesn't lose off of a bye.
Every single thing tells me this is Kansas City. Everything does.
I agree. But I'm feeling Philadelphia.
I'm feeling Philadelphia too.
When you think they're
It
not going
just
to win,
seems like
I've said all season they're going to lose this game. They're going to lose this game. I thought they would lose to the Dolphins. I thought the Commanders would upset them. I thought the Cowboys were going to beat them. It didn't happen at all.
They're starting to show how much they missed the wide receivers. No knock to Travis Kelce. I'm going with Philadelphia Eagles in this.
Wow, we agree. I'm going Philadelphia
All right.
too. So there you go. There you have it. That's it.
We're off next week.
Yeah,
but we'll be back. We'll be looking at probably the championships in those games and stuff. Hope you had a great one. Hit that subscribe button. Get to us. Hey, everybody, stay positive out there. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving break. For Eric Ash Brown,
I'm Stephen Morbius asking the third.
Back to you in the studios.
Musselman Podcast out.